Let's take a look at the moment, the international team's automatic qualifiers who will be heading in just a few weeks' time. You've got two major champions with President's Cup experience in Hideki Matsuyama and Adam Scott, by the way, who will be making his 10th appearance at this year's President's Cup. Two magnificent ball strikers in Sung Jae Im and Corey Connors, and upcoming talent in Tom Kim, who broke through at the Wyndham just recently, and Chile's Mito Pereira. So that is a pretty strong top six at the moment, but, well, perhaps not the scenario that Immelman was expecting at the beginning of his captaincy. Don't forget, Live Golf recently acquired those Australians Cam Smith and Mark Leishman, as well as Chile's Joaquin Niemann. A big loss for the international team, as they will be banned from teeing it up at this year's event. Also earlier in the year, losing Louis Eustace and Brandon Grace as well. So with that, let's bring in Tripp. Tripp, I can't imagine what Trevor Immelman has been through during this captaincy, the curveballs and the adversity that he has had to face, losing some of his biggest players. But the question is now, where does he go, do you think, for his captain's picks?
Well, he's got to go in a different direction. Poor Trevor. I mean, he really got thrown a curveball here that he was not expecting. And look, Trevor's going to do a great job. He's going to do everything he can. I've got confidence in him as a captain that he's going to do great. But if he's got to pick these guys, I'll give you a case for the guys that I would think he would pick. Now, some of these guys are the next guys down the list, minus the live players that you just mentioned. Bezuidenhout, second at John Deere, 16th at the Scottish, 12th at the BMW. So he's had some recent form. Ryan Fox has had a great year. I mean, he won earlier this season. He's had 6 other top 10s besides the win, and he's had 3 second-place finishes on the DP World Tour. So he's got the game to compete to win tournaments. KH Lee is another guy who played well in the FedEx Cup playoffs. He had a 5th at the BMW, and before that, a 20th at St. Jude. Siwoo Kim, the reason why I picked Siwoo Kim is, look, he plays good in big, hard golf courses. He finished 15th at the Open, and he finished 13th at Memorial. He likes the tough golf courses, and of course, he's won the Players before. So Quail Hollow is one of those. And Lucas Herbert, I think that the reason why you pick him is he's the best putter. He's the best putter on the PGA Tour. He's number 1 in strokes gained putting, number 1 in total putting. You've got to have a great putter in match play. I know his form hasn't been what they would want coming in, but you got to put a good putter on the team in match play. Now, the other reason why I picked Ernie Els is you got to have some gravitas. I know you got to go outside the box here, but, I mean, you got to have somebody with some experience here. I mean, other than Adam Scott and Hideki Matsuyama, you don't have a lot of experience on this team, and these things are very difficult. And Ernie Els can play that role of, hey, we got nothing to lose. Let's go throw it out there. Who cares? Now, I don't think he'll play a lot. If he is picked, he'll play a lot of alternate shot because the putter's still a little shaky for the Big Easy, but you know what? The ball striking's still there. He's got still plenty of length to play Quail Hollow. And the other thing, in 4-ball, if he can be a steady rock with ball striking, he can free up some of these other guys to take some chances. So I think he would be a great pick. And you know what? I think he would put pressure on an American playing him because you're supposed to beat him. And if he hangs around in a match and he gets in there, now the Green Mile is not going to be the finish of this tournament, but the Green Mile, which is 16, 17, and 18 normally, now that's going to be 13, 14, and 15 in this tournament because they've moved the holes around a little bit. So if Ernie's hanging in around that Green Mile and he's maybe 1 up or 2 up or even just 1 down, makes a couple of birdies, you never know what that could do to an American that's supposed to be beating him, and that could put added pressure on them. So who knows? That's a little wild card that I threw out there that maybe Trevor might throw out there.
Tripp, Ernie Els, the Big Easy. That is genius. I think that would be such a great choice. I even heard Trevor Immelman recently, just this week on a podcast, saying how much of a huge influence Ernie Els had during that 2019 captaincy down at Royal Melbourne, kind of rebranding the international team with that new logo, holding the shield against their chest. And it kind of started from the ground and they worked their way up again from the very beginning. And they were so close to getting it done in 2019. It was one of the best international performances we have seen in years. So I am all about flying the Ernie Els flag in this team, Tripp. Great selection. Okay. Well, let's take a quick reminder at who they will be facing, because it is not going to be easy at Quail Hollow. Let me tell you that. This is their 6th automatic qualifiers for Team USA. You've got 4 multiple-time PGA Tour winners this season, including world number 1 Scotty Scheffler, Sam Burns, Xander Schauffele, 3 wins to their name this season. Tony Finau, 2 wins. And then you've got Patrick Cantlay, who's come into some flying form towards the end of this year's season, winning the BMW Championship. And Justin Thomas as well, rounding out that top 6 with his PGA Championship win this season. So my goodness, Tripp Isenhour, this is going to be quite the struggle. They won't have the option to put Will Zalatoris in there. He was ranked 7th, but he's now withdrawn due to that back injury. So what do you think? Who are the picks?
Davis Love just needs to go down the list. Now, he does have one little issue. After Zalatoris, as you said, if Zalatoris was in there, you just go down the list. But he's got some guys that again, Colin Morikawa, Cameron Young, Jordan Spieth, Max Homa, Billy Orr, they were going to be picked, and they would have been the picks had they not Will Zalatoris been part of that, because Zalatoris would have been one of those picks. The reason why I've got to skip over Tom Hoge and JT Poston, no offense to them, JT Poston has played very well since his wire-to-wire win at John Deere, and Hoge, of course, won the AT&T. Is you got to have a guy like Kevin Kisner. The match play, he finished 2nd in match play this season. He perennially plays great in that. Plus, he's played great in President's Cups. Remember what he did at Liberty National. He was a star. I mean, he was so tough. He is so gritty. And he's kind of a Carolinas boy. I mean, he's got that South Carolina Southern aspect to him. And he's played well at Quail Hollow. In fact, he finished 7th at the PGA here in 2017. So I would throw Kisner out there. I think he deserves this pick based on his match play resume alone. But Davis Love has the easiest choice of any captain I could imagine at this point.
Yeah, he is absolutely spoilt for choice. Cameron Young as well. What a rookie year that will be for him as well. And I love Kevin Kisner. He's just that little nipping dog that will nip at your heels in match play and will not go away. He will not give up. So yeah, they are looking very strong indeed. Well, Trevor Immelman's picks for the international team, they will be coming tomorrow. We will have it here on Golf Central.